Let's have a look. Let's see it from the heritage perspective. They're celebrating something. They're happy about something. Straight away, we've got the Three of Cups. Why have you got the Three of Cups straight away? It's not the kind of vibe you usually get with a kind of court case, is it? The Three of Cups. They know something that we don't. Why are they celebrating? They're enjoying this. They really are. Good for them. The Emperor in reverse. That would be the government then. Okay, so they've got some tea about somebody within the government and they're trying to expose it. When you've got the Emperor in reverse, this could well be something about the current administration that's in America. It could well be something along the lines of that. I wonder if they're going to say, like, the Emperor in reverse to me as a reader, when I'm reading about the royals, you know, I'll come through, it'll be like King Charles. But this could very well be the fact that Harry kind of like scuttled off over here back to his country of origin and made a big deal about, you know, standing in for the royals. There was lots of puff pieces about that. They don't think long term, do they? They think long term. They think they're playing 3D chess, but that whole thing with King Charles is actually played. I wonder if that's why the celebrations at the Heritage Foundation. I think they are feeling that they have got it bang to rights. The Eight of Cups. Wanting to walk away. Let's see what's underneath though. See what's Four of Swords in reverse. Are the Heritage Foundation going to go like worst case scenario? Like, what if King Charles dies or he's older? What if he dies? Then Harry becomes fourth in line to the throne. And he's an American citizen. They don't want him in America. I feel like they're going to like definitely talk about his allegiance to the old country, if you will, his country of origin, and the fact that he is very much the king's son and just dashes away at a whim, showing kind of like no intention really of staying there. That is very interesting. So they're quite happy about all of these things. And we've got the Nine of Swords in reverse. So there has been quite a lot of stress. There has been a lot of late nights leading up to all of this. But I feel like to go from the Nine of Swords in reverse to the Three of Cups upright, because the Nine of Swords in reverse is the past. Harry's behaviour in Griftus, Harry's behaviour when he has just kind of minced on back across to the UK, has definitely given the Heritage Foundation some. Oh. That's the King of Pentacles. In reverse coming up. Right, okay. what's surrounded them, there's stuff about his royal family, his royal titles, that they're going to come batting for. The Five of Wands, they're wanting to create. They are wanting to get everyone talking. They have some talking points that aren't necessarily out in the public domain yet, but they're going to be. And people are going to like start discussing all of this really soon. And they want them to. We have the Ten of Pentacles surrounding, and we have the King of Pentacles in reverse here. Whew. It's not going to go well for Harry. Because the King of Pentacles is in reverse, this could well mean that Harry is about to go through some things, or he evades some questioning on it. Like, the Ten of Pentacles there, rich, wealthy, protected family. They are wanting to cause some. One of the talking points I feel is going to be like Harry's very quick to jump on a plane, come back to the UK and offer his services, which is horrifying to everybody in the UK. And everyone in America was like, oh, poof, he's gone. But we were like, oh no. So I get that, I do. The Three of Wands in reverse. And who's that? The King of Wands. Interesting that the King of Wands is here. The Three of Wands in reverse, I feel like they are going to try and force an issue. They are trying to divide an issue with regards to Harry's immigration. And that's absolutely fine with me. Absolutely cool with that. Whatever. The Three of Wands in reverse, though. No, it's upright. The Three of Wands, they are trying to get some cohesion. They are trying to get him to look further afield. They are wanting Harry not to relocate and live in America. The Three of Wands upright. They want him to think of going back to the UK. They don't want him there. Fair enough. And we've got the King of Wands. I am wondering, if this is going to be a big talking point for Mr. Morgan on his YouTube channel. The Pentacles, the King of Pentacles in reverse. Let me just get a clarifier for that. Because it's a negative impression. Look, it's Harry in the negative, but it's somebody who is... Okay. Expect Harry to try and... There's going to be a point coming up that Harry is going to go through the old cycle. He's going to regurgitate the cycle. Can you remember when he was like, oh, my mum was going to go to California and she was going to start her life and I'm just living her life for her? Because that's the spirit. So he's going to try and push back and be like, how dare you deny me my mother's dream? What an idiot. Let's have a look at Harry. How's Harry feeling about Friday? just tomorrow. Did anybody know where it's getting held? Is it going to be in East Coast, West Coast, Central? What time zone it's going to be in? Yeah, Harry, you're not your mother. No. Oh, Six of Swords fell out randomly when I've picked up about Harry. You all saw that. So he is thinking of moving on. It's in Washington, D.C. So it's Eastern Standard Time, isn't it? And you guys on the East Coast are about 4 hours behind us, I think. 3:30 Washington, D.C. D.C. judges Trump appointed. Oh, good luck with that. Let us have a look and see. 5 hours. 5 hours behind. Apologies. 4-5. Let's have a look. He is thinking of moving, but 6 of Swords. You guys, my American friends, you guys might get rid of him yet. Let's have a look. Harry feel about the Heritage Foundation? The Lovers. Trump appointed judge. The Lovers card is a Gemini. It means the Gemini. And it's funny how one of you guys said Trump appointed judge. So that could be foreshadowing of the fact that maybe somebody's saying, oh, it's a Trump appointed person, they hate us there. But straight away, you've got this kind of Gemini energy coming in. So maybe Harry has been told that and he's clocked that. The Lovers could mean that he's gonna kind of like, but she is my wife and I love her because she tells me I do. What's crossing over him? The Devil in reverse. That engrifter shtick really didn't help his case. What's known about the situation? The 4 of Wands in reverse. Expect to hear some gibberish from the Harkles about their foundation, about engrifters, about something to try and deflect from this whole situation. They're going to try it. They're really, really going to try it. We've got the Devil in reverse crossing over. Interesting that goes with the Lovers. Because with the Devil in reverse and the Lovers in this position in the spread, I would say that he's trying to make out like, oh, my life is so wholesome, da 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 da. He still doesn't realize that this woman's led him by his sodger all the way across to the other side of the United States of America, and she has basically hoodwinked him. Now he's a narcissist, she's a narcissist. She's neither of them know that they're narcissists, but she's a little bit more evolved than him in the whole narcissism state. So she's still pulling the wool over his eyes somewhat, even though it is starting to look like he is getting tired of him, very tired of her, tired of the drama. Judgment in reverse. We have underneath the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, again, this is when the Knight of Cups arrives, it's a quite a romantic card and all that kind of stuff, and somebody's full of love. He just wants everybody to ignore the Four of Wands, ignore the devil crossing over him, and just focus on the Knight of Cups and the lovers, you know, because they're just lovely, like young couple guys. Just love. This is a love story of our time. Greatest love story ever. Judgment in reverse. He thinks it's unfair that they're judging him. He feels like he's been judged through the eyes of the media and not for him as a person. Even though he gave the interviews, even though he wrote the book, even though he filmed the document or was in the documentary series, he blames everyone else but himself. Standard. Knight of Swords in reverse. This is all about protection. They're going to try and make it all like all of this stuff. So the Heritage Foundation are trying to pinpoint him and say, this guy has said all of these things. He's a public figure. Why won't you make his documents public? He's an influential man. We think he was an influential man. We think he's come in the country nefariously. We want to know why. Harry's just like, oh, they're picking on me because I'm ginger. The Knight of Swords in reverse. Now, the Knight of Swords can very well mean that this is about security services as well. And it shows to me that there is a little bit more going on in America than we might completely realize. There's the Six of Swords. He's thinking of moving, guys. Whoop. He could well be he might, in all due respect, when the cards come out, right, that came jumping out before we'd even started this read. So even if, right, he is thinking of leaving and thinking of going, he might just be on the move. He might be going to Vegas or somewhere, or they might be going on they've just done a few days in Canada. They'll probably be treating themselves off in the Caribbean or something like that. You know what I mean? They could be doing something like that. But to be honest, he's got pause for thought. Seven of Swords in reverse. He's a little bit concerned. He is a little bit concerned about being found out about something. Sir, did you lie on your application, sir? Did you? This card would suggest to me that somebody's not being upfront about filling in the forms. There's the Four of Swords. But it's upright. So, okay. He's got a lot of issues. He's like a big ball of contradictions. He doesn't like the royal goldfish bowl, but he wants the royal privileges. He doesn't want to do the cutting ribbons. He wants to be able to basically monetize his way through life. There is some money. There's some issues with finances. He's hoping that he can start something new from all of this. Is Harry and Megxie going to try and do like a Bonnie and Clyde kind of story? We were fugitives from America. We had to leave because Donald was there. The Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords is in the future position. The Four of Swords, to me, especially when you're looking at somebody who's royal, the Four of Swords can be stuff about inheritance, not just time out, not just taking a step back, nothing like that. But there's something here about inheritance and his genetic pain that he so clings to, and those royal titles and those military honors that he so wanted. And he's going to blame all of this or just be on who he is being born. Kind of the Nelson Mandela of nepotism. That's how he's going to say it. Now, the very interesting cards to me are the swords cards here. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse coming up for him. And we have got the Six of Swords and the Seven of Swords in reverse. I don't think he's filled in the forms, honestly. I think he may be... There's something going on where somebody is not being brutally honest about the form filling and what is in the forms. Now, I don't know, but I think like everything gets electronically dated and time stamped. I don't know how it works in America, but it would take probably a lot to forge like a system. And I feel like there's some icky energy afoot here. He is going to turn around and try and bang on about not being protected and why he needs security. And oh my goodness, he's just the most amazing person. I need international protected person status right back right now. And this ties in with that because the Heritage Foundation can go and eat grass if sudden he's got the international protected person stuff, truly and honestly. If he stayed home, he wouldn't need protection, and most people would prefer if he stayed home. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think people are being completely honest about who's paying for his protection. I think other people are. I don't necessarily think it's like going to be all from the American taxpayers, but I do believe that maybe Auntie Elton, Uncle Tyler, one of those folks are paying for it. But there's something here about the protection. The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords in reverse is very on brand for it's the armed services, it's the security services, it's the police, protective services, all of them, and all of that. It's in reverse. So there's something going on in all of this. There's something going on about security. They're going to probably try, I guess the government are going to try and say, not the government, not like the lawyers for the government are going to probably come and try and say about him that he needs all of his details protected because he is a terribly important ginger. We're going to hear a lot about the fact that he is a prince, blah, 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 blah. We're going to hear a lot of that. I'm expecting Diana to get weaponized in the fallout from this somehow. That could be within the next few days to the next few months. So keep an eye out for that pop-up in that. There's going to be something about him mulling on about Diana had wanted to go to California and these people are this, that and the other. Interesting about the King of Wands. He's hoping for this big kind of this let go of stuff, but when he gets backed into a corner, and I feel like the Heritage Foundation are going to be doing some pushing, they are going to turn around and he's going to try and say the Knight of Pentacles is in reverse, the King of Pentacles is in reverse. I feel to me that is him trying to get out of it, trying to get like there. He's been a bit elusive. And there's going to be some talk about Securita. Garfield is an important ginge. I second that. I second that. So tomorrow we will find completely out, but expect some deflection, a lot of deflection. Expect Darvo basically deny, attack, reverse, victim, offender. So basically, I'm going to blame you for my issues, even though I'm the one who caused the issues that you're following up on. That kind of thing. So yeah, we are going to get some of that. He is not Diana, I know. I know, he's not Diana. And Megan isn't Diana either. In fact, no one's Diana. No, nobody is. Everybody's their own person. They need to stop kind of like say, oh, I'm just like this person. I'm just like that person like me. Like that. What? Have you not done the inner work to develop your own personality? Bye, Karen, darling. Hello, Sherry. How are you doing? Hello, Florence. Hello, everybody's coming. Oh, my goodness. So where do you want to go next? Did you want me to read on Edward? Now, look, I saw the photos of him today. I'm not going to do a health reading. I'm just forewarning you. We don't do that on this channel. But there are others that do that. No shade to them. That's their thing, not my thing. I can definitely look into Edward, see how Edward's getting on. If I see any health card, I'm not necessarily going to, like, you know, if you read tarot, you'll see it, but I don't necessarily think he's looking very thin. He's looking very thin. That could be the stress of everything that's going on. Life's changing, you know, like lots changed for Edward in the last year or so. He's lost both parents. His eldest child